That's perfect. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Back out here, I imagine you might be like a little further out or something, like outside of the walls at least.
No, negative. So
Just cut to right where he left off.
right where I am, right there. Yeah. All right. James basically just said he's gonna come back with an army to get Enzo back, and he rolls through this opening, obviously, like because there was a gate there and stuff, but he's just gonna roll through it.
Yeah.
You stop here, teleport, like use his blink ability to teleport out to the truck and teleport like one individual gas can at a time back into the tank without opening the top. Yeah. And then he's out of here. So he takes the 4 cans.
Get the medical and MREs.
Yeah.
I have some of those on me, but I think Austin had some of those on him too. Or
no, I didn't have anything.
He also wants you to take like the like med kit and stuff, so like the ABP.
Yeah, no, I would take the supplies out of there.
The MREs
in that like hurried fashion where I just like teleport out, grab my thing, teleport back in.
Pew, 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 pew. Yeah.
Yeah, so I do that a couple times.
Tracer blinks all over the place. Yeah.
Yep. And then I'm heading straight to town. Not on the road, of course, because big ass tank, but over like the terrain, so probably at like a slow pace, probably like, I don't know, you said it was pretty close, like 15 or 30 minutes, right, or something? How far is it from town?
The gas station was 15 miles from the city. This was about 7 miles from the gas station, and it's kind of also at like a diagonal from the city, so like if you went from the gas station straight to the city, it would be like 15 miles. This would be like you hit like a T in like the road and like go right, and that would be like 7 miles from the gas station. So it'd be close to like 8 or 9 miles from the city right now.
Okay.
And you're in a slow ass like damage tank. So.
Right. Yeah. What I'm gonna do then, I'll drive this thing out. Probably like.
Thinking right now and like seeing that Humvee and stuff, I really want to work on like the next set of like superpowers so bad, because like think about using Technomancy to just fix the Humvee or something, and using that would be so cool.
Or fixing the tank would be cooler. But I'm gonna take this tank and I'm gonna find a place to like hide it / park it. Because this looks like a pretty cavernous region. I don't know. I imagine I could find like some like big rocks or something to kind of like park it in between to make it at least harder to see. So I'm gonna do that and park it maybe like a half mile out from the base.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take my backpack, load it with some rations and the ABP, and start walking towards town. Or running, probably like at a jog pace, like at a military, like, kind of like jogging pace.
All right. Roll just a flat like D20 for me.
Sure. Oh shit! I haven't rolled anything yet. / roll 1d20. 19.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah. So there's a lot of like kind of traffic going if you want to like get a like hitchhike or like
yeah, I'll hitch a
ride.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. You have no trouble doing that. You seem like it's your lucky day. Seems like a pretty good day for it.
I would aim for like a semi if I could get like a semi driver to pull over for me.
He like pulls over. He sees you're like carrying a lot of stuff, and he's like, you can sit up front, and he's like, he just has like a cargo truck almost. So it's just like a huge, like storage truck almost. So he's like, or if you want to slide open the back, you can just, like get in the trailer or something. And he like leans over to you, like kind of cool. He's like, I'm kind of used to, giving refugees a ride. So you're hiding from anybody. You're like running. Just let me know.
I appreciate that, and I'm gonna since you offered, I guess I'll take a seat in the AC, like hop up in the cab with him. I'm gonna put my gun kind of like barrel like down kind of thing, like wedge it in between the seat so that it's not.
He like sees the guy.
Oh,
Like,
actually, I don't have my gun. I just have a pistol. Never
yeah.
mind.
Oh.
Never mind.
No. Do
Never
you?
mind.
Oh yeah. You got back to the Humvee. That's right. So you grabbed your pistol back.
Yeah, I would have
Probably.
grabbed it there. Yeah, I would
Yeah,
have grabbed
because
it
it
there.
was left in the passenger seat of the
Yep.
Humvee.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So I grabbed the laser pistol. That's all I have.
Yep. So you have Enzo's laser.
He got the revolver.
That's all I got.
Your rifle broke last session. Yeah. Are you like hiding that at all? Or?
I think I would actually be very forthcoming with it. Like, hey, I have just so you know, man, I got this laser pistol on my hip because I'm part of the military around here. So.
Yeah, I was kind of curious from your get up, military, running from the military, or.
Yeah, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. You know, I don't know. Some weird stuff's been going on with me lately.
Be careful. You tell that to deserting the military is a pretty big offense around here since this country's kind of military ran.
No, I
people
didn't.
take great pride.
I didn't desert. Yeah, I'm retired. Forced retirement, but retirement. One of those discharges.
Right. Keep that story in mind. Don't let your lag get too far from you. And he like keeps driving in. It takes them like just a few minutes to get to the city.
I want to try to sneak some information, kind of like low key, from this guy. Hey, you heard anything about maybe like any crime rates around the city? What they look like?
Crime rates around this city? I mean, every city's got its crimes. This one maybe a bit more unique. Mainly arms dealers. Like I said, pretty big military country. So, and city does have the HQ for our military. But that in mind, our military also buys some underground equipment sometimes. So being closer to their headquarters, making those deals, keeping a good name for themselves, makes some of the big black market players a little rich here in Solace. So,
do you know where any of those fat cats might be kind of hanging out at, or no? Just all rumors.
Yeah, there's plenty of them around town. There's a few. I could think of like 2 or 3 big ones. Some of them just own nightclubs and stuff as kind of like a cover gig.
Right.
One of them owns quite a bit of luxury hotels, and one of them is pretty much completely anonymous.
You know what nightclub I might be able to sneak into, or get a sit down with one of them?
I ain't gonna be against you, but also I don't want to be the one caught dropping you off somewhere if you're in any trouble.
No, that's totally fine. If you just give me the details, I'll find my way there once we get to the city.
He's like, all right, when I drop you off, remind me and I'll write it down for you.
Will do.
And yes, like as soon as he like gets to the city, like the first like quick like stop he sees, he like drives a semi in and parks it, and then he like opens up like a glove department, like gets out like a note and like writes down this address, folds it up and like hands it to you, and he's like, all right.
When he does that, I show him my cred stick. You want a little bump or something? Appreciate the ride and the info. You didn't have to pick me up.
I'm okay just being a good Samaritan. You don't look like you got a lot on you anyways.
Fair enough. I slide out of the truck.
Yeah. Take care. Be careful. Don't want to see you dead on the news or anything like that.
Guy like me, never be on the news. I slam the door. Or not like slam it, but close it,
Yeah. It's a heavy door. It probably slams no matter how light you try to close it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I start walking away, and then I peek at that little note. See what's
Yeah.
up.
So like as you sort of like you know as you're approaching Solus, this is like kind of what it looks like.
Oh hell yeah.
Uh, Pretty like huge city. You can't tell if that's fog or smog really. They basically have like sirens that go off every once in a while. Like this is all stuff you would know about this city. Because of like plenty of factories and like other things, and because it's a desert area, and like I told you before, like this planet was pretty like inhospitable, and they've kind of forced themselves to make homes here that are slightly like hospitable because of like the rare resources that they discovered were on this planet.
Okay.
So every once in a while through uh you'll hear like sirens in the city where it's basically like, yeah, don't go outside. If you do, you'll like slowly poison yourself. Like it gets pretty bad. And it's from not only like the factory here, but the like like I said, the air was pretty toxic. There was no way to like really grow food. There's so much dust in the air. Just like all these different things adding up together, just terrible to breathe in. So there's uh times where it's like, yeah, don't go outside. Every home has like a filter to it on it, and the bigger like skyscrapers and buildings in Solace have kind of like uh huge like filters themselves to like try to help filter the pollution and out of the city and stuff.
Mm.
Uh, but it usually will last for like 2 or 3 hours almost, depending on how bad it is. There has been times where whenever you remember like training in like Fort Zadia, whenever you were like first joining the military, and there were times like you and like some of the other people from like your little like training unit would like sneak into the city or like go into the city on like the weekends or something, and you guys got in trouble one time because you like got stuck in the city for like 8 hours and like couldn't make it back and
Okay.
from this like sort of situation happening. But yeah, this is the city of Solus. Very The military HQ is here, so the crime rates are, it's mostly like high collar high crimes and not very like much thug or low crime here.
Okay.
Uh,
So if I had to guess, it'd be tough to get in to even talk to these people.
yeah, uh without like dropping like a name or having uh like any sort of like reservation made or like call ahead, it'd be pretty tough. He didn't give you much information about any of them. He doesn't have much information about any of them. That trucker didn't.
Mm.
So you could like try to ask around, find some more. That besides the like military being stationed here, um, uh, there's also a lot of like government stuff happening here because like almost all the like government in this country is run by the military. There are very few politicians that aren't involved in the military in some way here, like in this country.
Need the pistol. It's hard to see.
Cool.
Yeah, but because of that, there's also like quote unquote like I don't even say quote unquote. There are like mercenary groups here and like hitmen and stuff like that, and they have to get their equipment from someone. So uh, there's definitely other people in the city that know the names of and know how to get in touch with these people besides the military.
Okay. So he dropped me off at just like a quick stop, right?
Yeah, like the first one you see you get into the city. So like it'd almost be like whenever you're like going to the city and like almost like half a mile, there's like a couple truck stops and like houses and like very like unurban, like rural kind of stuff, and then you kind of get to it. Like maybe you see like a like fast food place or something close by as well, and is like right before you really get into the thick of the city.
So I think what I would do initially is I would try to go find like a thrift store. Is probably my immediate reaction. So I want to go try to find like, I don't know, do I have a compound or no?
Yeah. You'd still have like all your like regular equipment probably, as long as you remember to bring it along, which you did.
Yep.
Uh,
Okay.
so
Yeah. So could I like pull up like is there like a Google Maps or like a maps of some sort or map like something online
oh
map?
yeah.
I could find
Uh,
like nearest used clothing store.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be my first move here, I think.
You do know, this being like a military place and stuff like that, your Google searches, especially like your like GPS searches and stuff like that, are like highly like tracked and like surveillanced and stuff like that.
Right. So the thrift
Uh,
store wouldn't pull anything up, but if I start looking up names of potential like military clients or something like that, then there might be an issue.
yeah.
Okay, cool. All good. I had kind of already assumed that. I was like, I better not.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah. So you head into just a thrift shop.
Yep.
You're looking for clothes, or
Yeah.
it takes you. There is public transportation.
Yeah, I would have taken
In town.
probably. Yeah, I would have probably taken like a free transportation if there was one, and if there wasn't, then I'd have walked. Or like not a free one, but like a train or something. Like not a private, not like a taxi or something, but just like a train or a
Yeah,
bus.
no, there's like a train sort of situation. It almost looks like a trolley, but it doesn't have like the wire or anything like that. It just kind of like hovers along the ground and like certain routes, and it is like almost controlled all by like computer or like AI almost, and just follows along like routes and like stops for a certain amount of time and then takes off, and then it just has like a lot of other like safety settings too, where you basically just like grab your like cred sticks and like run it across like the opening of it, and it takes like 5 credits away. The doors open, you get on, and then if it has a certain like weight limit, it doesn't like open the doors, it doesn't stop, it won't take your credits or anything like that, because like it hits its capacity, things like that. But
Okay.
spend 5 credits, you get on like the like cheapest public transport there is, and wait till you get to kind of like the like downtownish area where like there's a few thrift shops and pawn shops and things like that.
Cool. Yeah, I think for the first thrift shop I find, I'm heading in. If it like if it looks as long as it's not like, oh, this stuff was found in the trash type thrift store, then I'm heading in.
Yeah, it like you open it up, and it like, of course there's like some clothes that like look like that, and there's some clothes that don't. Uh, but there's all sorts of like clothes here. You can
Okay.
probably find like some like name brand clothes there and stuff as well.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to find like knockoff, like a knockoff suit essentially, like as best I can do for as cheap as I think I can get it, and like a all black kind of attire. That's what I'm looking for. But a suit.
All black, like business suit, like tux, like
Yeah.
whatever.
So he's like the black shirt or whatever, black button up, and then like a black blazer to go over it, and then some black slacks and like some clean-ish black dress shoes.
Any like ties or anything like that? Or?
No, I don't think he's a tie
No.
guy. I don't even think he knows how to tie. Like like he doesn't even know how to tie it up. He's like, if there's not
Yeah.
clip-ons here, I'm out.
All right.
But if he could find a red clip-on, he'd probably grab it. It's all black with a red clip-on.
Yeah. All right. Would that be everything for you? like you like walk up to the counter with the stuff. Like they ask you, he's like, "Is this everything for you? Could I help you find anything else?"
Get like a really shitty watch or something I could throw on. That looks
She
expensive, but shit, that is cheap.
she points behind you. It's like at the very back of the thrift shop. There's like a area that's like rectangled and it's like all glass counters and stuff, and it has like all sorts of like watches and jewelry and stuff on it.
Yeah, never mind. That sounds like too much work. All right, just ring me
up. You want cheaper watches? There, she like points over to like the kids section, and there's like like cartoon watches where it's like
I grab
like
one of those. If it's closer, I grab it. Like a knockoff. Like a knockoff like Power Rangers one.
Yeah, the cartoon. It's like the character like using his arms like point at like what time it is.
I want like a cartoon like Power Rangers watch with a timer built into it though. It's got a timer.
It's got yeah. So it's like it's like a analog watch, but also since it's for like kids and stuff, it has like a small square where it's like a digital as well.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. She like starts like ringing it up, and it's like for the blazer and like the pants, like both of those together come out to like $70, like 35 each. The black shirt's like another 15, so it's like 85. The shoes go for like another 35, so we're at like 120 now. And then you see the watch tack on like another 3 credits, so it's like so it's like 123 credits or something like that for everything.
It's like, man, it's a little. I mean, it's a little on the high end, but okay, all right.
Everything's a little on the high end. He kind of has this look on her face, like, this is on the high end for you. Like she like immediately has like almost like a different tone to her face, even though like not very many like muscles have changed. It's like you can tell like oh, this guy's got it like.
This guy's either really poor or super penny pincher. Yeah. So I take that. I'm like, can I change in your dressing room? Is that all right?
I'm sure. Like,
I'm gonna take these socks. Like walk away. So I get changed into my my black suit and my new shoes, and on the way out I'd be like, hey, do you know where I could get like a prosthetic attached? My grandfather, his like leg prosthetics all messed up or whatever.
I don't know. You gonna pay those 2 credits for the socks?
Yeah. Like I pay him. My bad. I forgot I needed socks. So I just it wouldn't go anywhere.
You want it, cheap, or do you want it, expensive and on the record?
Probably the most. I don't know. He's rich. I'm not rich, but he's rich. So probably some high end, dumb place or something. Whatever. I don't know where he'd go, but he was asking me about it, and I gotta take him there.
On a high end place, I mean, just go north to the upper city, and you could probably find any high end hospital there. So for somebody who's cheaping out on a suit, I doubt you could afford anything there.
Well, it's my grandpa. My grandpa's buying it. Not me. I can't. Like I said, I can't afford it. It's my grandpa's stuff. His legs all, sprockets or whatever. I don't know how that prosthetic stuff. There's not like a prosthetic only place. Is what you're saying. It's not like a high end prosthetic place.
Well, I mean, hospitals usually deal with all that. It is a type of surgery after all.
All right. I appreciate you.
Yep.
And
Not a problem.
I walk out. So
just like weirdo under her breath as you leave, like.
Yeah. So now I need to get like a locker, I think, for this backpack, because this backpack's
Locker.
it's gonna throw off my vibe.
Right.
Where would I get that? Where would I do that?
So there is like a subway in town, like underground subway stations. There's lockers for each of those. There's also just like city lockers. Like there's not any here in this like district of the city or like this part of the city because like I said, it's more. This is about as like low like as like the city gets pretty much where you're at right now. With all like the thrift shops and pawn shops around. Uh, you would probably find them more around like any sort of like parks, uh, like where there be like tennis courts or like any sort of like sport like fields or courts or anything like that, like those type of parks or uh, you know just areas like that.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess I would like head to the nearest like subway entrance, and then whenever I went through the subway, just ride the subway until I find one with like a locker stop. While
Yeah, no,
heading towards, because I'm heading towards like the upper city, you said, or
yeah.
yeah.
So there's probably like I want to say like 5 different stations in the city, like 5 or 6 different like big stations. There's like small stops every once in a while where just like you let off and it's like just the stairs go up and like out of the like underground. But there are like 5 big stops in the city that will have like lockers on them and stuff like that.
And you said it's
And
5
each of the
credits for that trolley too, right?
Yeah, 5 credits for the trolley. If you're taking like the subway though, you can get like a pass, like you get like the year pass or whatever,
Yeah.
or it's like it'll be pretty much almost the same price as the trolley, except it's like 5 credits per stop. So every stop you like go past is another 5 credits, and
Okay.
it is kind of like a like gas stations now where you like put your card in first, and then it'll like keep taking money, then it'll like when you leave it'll
Charge you.
like subtract it. Yeah.
Okay, but you said I could also get year pass.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. How much is a year pass?
Like I said, it's like kind of pretty cheap. It's only since like 5 credits per stop. It's mainly for people who actually live in the city and like use it daily. So it goes for about like 150 credits a year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't even spend that on that many stops. So yeah, I'll just use the day pass or whatever, the paper stop pass.
Yep. Yeah, and so it'll probably be so
Austin didn't turn his camera back on. Hold on, let me fix that.
where you're at now,
Oh, he turned it back on.
Austin, and just shuffle all the names around again. Dude. So where you're at now, like the downtown area, it would be one major stop to kind of get to like the like kind of like middle class, like upper middle class kind of area, and then you ask for like the high end area. So it'd be like 2 major stops, which would be like there'd be like 2 small stops in between like each of the major stops. So it'd be almost 6 stops for you to get to like the high end like train station.
Okay, so 40 credits.
Mm-hmm.
Or yeah, no, 30 credits. 6 times 5.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. My credit total is 2640. So like I was looking at the 40. I was like, it goes down to 40 now because I just removed 30 off of
Goes down to 40 now because I don't want to look at that nasty number anymore.
it. That's 70s growth. And then I need to get a locker here.
Yeah. It's like 10 credits a day to rent a locker.
Okay. I'll put in probably 40 credits then for the locker. So it's 4 days.
The guy like you like go up to the counter and you're like, I need to rent a locker, and it's like, all right, 10 credits a day. here's your keys. If you don't come back in 24 hours, we check the lockers at the start of like each like morning shift, so like 3 or 4 in the morning. And if your junk's still in there, it's ours now.
That is, I understand. All right. And I'm like holding, so I have like a backpack, then I'm holding a suitcase with an ABP in it, and then I've got like my gun and stuff probably on like the back of my hip.
So a little more like insight on how that works is they see, so like when each locker number is like paid for, and so if you don't come and like pay for another day before that, they'll check that number. But if you pay for another day, like they'll have like a comm pad
It's
that shows
auto
like which
green,
lockers.
auto green lit versus the ones that aren't. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
let me go ahead and pay for 10 days then, just in case.
10 days you're gonna pay for 100.
Yeah, in case I forget, man, and I'm pretty forgetful. So
For 10 days?
yeah, this stuff's important to us. So like if I forget, then that gives me time to get back here. So I'm like, all right, I'll pay for 10 days.
Okay.
That's fine.
I sent you a message, Donnie.
I'll check.
Okay, all right.
Nah, it's nothing like that.
No, it's nothing like that at all. You'll see.
You'll actually appreciate it when you see it.
Yeah, you'll be thankful.
Do you need me to give you another sheet for the?
Nah. Oh, for what?
I'm kind of watching Donnie's stream right now, so I see he's messing with the images and tokens.
Yeah. Where'd it go? It go away now. Oh.
I also like how since he's on like a different Discord thing, all of our images went away.
Got him.
It's not going.
What's not?
Yeah, it's going. Give it a second. Click start doing the other one and it'll show up.
I think I should do it this way. Hold on, let me save these images here. To downloads, yeah.
Just the upload's glitchy sometimes.
Okay, which one did I select? The token. Yeah, it didn't like that I dragged it over from Discord. That's why. High value.
Oh my God! Is that you in the tux now?
Yeah,
oh my God!
I think I nailed it.
You did. Appreciate that.
also, he talks about like taking breaks every hour or so. I don't know how long we were on the like.
Oh, the Discord disappeared.
Yeah.
Oops. Okay.
Yeah. That's because you switched off. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll probably cut it since this is the mini session from where Austin's ended to where mine began.
Okay.
And that'll be easy to see on the YouTube clip because, the map changes.
All right. So you pay for your your locker.
Jeff, did you want a break?
Days. No, I'm good. I was just asking because like I said, I was looking at the stream just then, trying to figure out what you were doing, and saw how long we were running.
Okay. Yeah.
So write it down if you want. Hour 25 or so, right? Or I guess map change. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. That's another thing we should start doing is like watching the time of the stream and like writing down moments where like we could edit stuff out or like where we take breaks and stuff. That way it's easier for you to just go to that point and be like, all right, chop.
Yeah, chop that up. Yeah, I want to separate them up into probably like hour long episodes and release them throughout the week. Make it easier for people to watch.
All right.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go to the upper city. And I'm gonna go check out one of those hospitals.
What all are you putting in the locker?
I'm gonna put. Okay, so this is important. I'm gonna keep the laser pistol, but I'm gonna put. Because it won't be on my person, so I can't actually have it in my inventory. Basically, I'll have my wrist silver, which is my compad, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably like tuck my data pad into the back of my pants,
Mm-hmm.
and then my laser pistol I'll shove in the side of my pants so I can easily grab it. I've got 2 interstellar like pills, so I'm gonna put put those in my left pocket. My cred stick in my right pocket. But the APB is going in there.
Aren't you taking it with you?
My cord.
Oh no, you have this other one.
Roughage finder, Atmos suit, which I don't have an Atmos suit, but my like mess kit, stuff like that would all be in there, and my cord would. I can't. There we go. It's selecting. There we go.
Mess kit, like MREs, like.
Yeah, MREs. I don't have the gas cans with those in the tank, so my inventory is getting split up real crazy right now, but it's I kind of have to have it that way.
Okay. Gas can, yeah.
Because I need to look a certain way.
You opened a different Discord thing, so now our videos are up.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. So, all right. Just needed to write that stuff down real quick.
Okay, and then I sent you those. I don't know if you needed it because you probably already heard me and wrote it in your own thing, but that's just the stuff directly out of my inventory.
Okay.
Yeah, so I want to go to a high-end hospital, upper class hospital.
Yeah, it doesn't take you long. Like as soon as you get out of the subway, of course, like the first thing you see is like a couple like hotels and restaurants, like like 4 or 5 star restaurants, like 4 or 5 star like hotels, just like immediately right out of the subway, just because people that travel or like go to visit, like they don't want to travel like walk too far to get to these places, especially if they're just like trying to have like a nice day out and stuff. So the first thing you see is like a lot of like commercial things like that. And then of course like every once in a while like jewelry stores or like clothing stores, like high end like clothes, like clothing stores and things. And so you don't get to like the hospital until you get closer to the actual like urban area of the high end city. But there are like a couple hospitals in like different parts of the city, especially so when you first get out of the subway station, there is like a map of like this district, and it kind of just shows like the more like important things, like the emergency routes, the like the like shelters, the and then like where the hospitals and stuff are, and then it shows like some other landmarks and like museums or like points of interest, like monuments and stuff.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so I guess that's true. Oh man, I want to like kind of keep track of what I know, like which hotels are owned by the same people. Like like how there could be like a Marriott, but there's like Marriott multiple versions of that, right? There's like Marriott like hotels or Marriott beachfront or whatever. Like, do they have corporate names attached or no?
So yeah, I was gonna say you wouldn't know personally, but it would take a very short like Google to be like, hey, who actually owns this building or something like that, or like what company owns this building. It doesn't take long to find like, yeah, they're all basically like shell like companies or like sister corporations and stuff like that, all kind of like owned by like the same people.
That's probably what I'd be doing while I was walking to the hospital.
And if you roll like a intelligence almost, or I guess like you could almost say this is a like business or like bureaucracy check or something.
Yeah, it'd probably be business, right?
Yeah,
like
it'd be business.
Okay. And that's modified by my charisma, which is 1. Hell yeah. 19.
Yeah.
Not bad.
So you could almost guess just from like what that trucker told you that since one of the arms dealers does like hotels and stuff as like a side gig, and like his arms dealing is like illegal and underground and stuff like that. He probably owns all these companies to basically spread and like hide his money and like the bookings and stuff like that. So like yes, all you can imagine and like pretty much jump to the conclusion that like yeah, all these hotels are actually owned by like the same guy, and it's him to basically like spread his money out and like keep it hidden underneath like all these different names and like corporations.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm probably like looking up. Do I find like a name or anything, or is that maybe a little bit too much with
Um,
that role? Because like I think with that role, I'd be looking for like a name or something specific, like just like
you so you would have to actually like if you decided to like search online or like Google it, you like
well,
could
that's what I
like
thought
dig
I was
further and
doing,
find
because
out.
that's what you're saying. Like I thought that was the reason why I
Yeah,
needed
yeah,
this
yeah,
role.
yeah,
But if I
yeah.
was
If
just
you
using
if
my
you
brain to do that, that would be crazy.
yeah, yeah, you kind of just like searched up like a couple of the hotels and saw that like there's a bigger company attached to all of them pretty much,
Oh, okay.
and like,
Yeah, I
that was
don't want to
something you
dig
found
in too
very quick.
much then.
If you
Yeah.
like clicked on that company and like scrolled through like the like CEOs and stuff like that of it, you could probably find a name, like a common name among all of them, but you have to go through like each company almost and see until you
That
found like
might
the
look a
common
little
name.
sketchy.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'll tell you what I will do. I'm gonna go to the hospital. So I just like picked up the information as I was walking, just like kind of like waiting at lights or
Mhm.
whatever as I was walking into
Yeah.
the hospital. Um, yeah, I want to go there first though for sure. I think going there first is probably my best option.
Okay, yeah, you end up going to like whatever like hospital they have, like I don't know, like yeah, you just end up going to like whatever like high class hospital is around. I imagine it'd be like uh I don't know, like what's a good like hospital names only have like Saint in front of them or like
I'm not. I have no idea. That's a. I'd say just like like, you could call it. You could call it like Solace General
yeah.
Hospital, right? Yeah.
Well, it would be like a general hospital because general is more for like middle like class stuff. It'd be more like
Solace
uh
Nice Hospital or something.
yeah, I'd almost be like Saint Solace or something like that, like hospital. Like maybe the city was like named after somebody, or I imagine like a lot of these places are since they're like military or like corporation based.
Okay.
Uh, so yeah, you make it to Saint Solace Hospital, uh,
Ooh.
and what you just like walk in like to the front counter, like
Yeah, like I wanna walk in and talk to like the receptionist there.
yeah, walk in like hey, what can I do you for? What's wrong?
Well, I've got like this I've got this thing in my stomach. It's like a weird uh not like a pain, but just I mean it feels just a little swollen my stomach area. It's not real painful yet, but it's a little tender when I press on it. Just need to see a doctor and check it out.
Parasites. All right, it's no need to be embarrassed about parasites. You know.
Yeah, pretty nasty one, I'm sure.
All right. Yeah. Here it's like hands you like the clip, like the. It's not really a clipboard anymore. It's like a data pad.
Yeah.
But it like only goes through like the document, like the fill-in sheets, like the form fillable sheets. Is like it can't like leave that screen, like those screens. And she like slides it across the counter. It's like fill that out and then
Can I
bring it
just
back
sit
to me.
over in the waiting room with it, or?
Yeah, yeah. Set over there, and there's like a few other people sitting around. Uh,
Cool. I take the data pad. Thank you so much. And I go sit down. Uh, kind of like as far away from everyone else as possible, and kind of like put my like knee up like this, like where it's like up over like up to my chest almost, and put it on my
yeah.
chest. Um, then I'm gonna take like a cord from the back of my data pad and plug into this one. I'm gonna try to sneak into this data pad on the low
Uh,
because it's connected to their servers. So
I want you to uh, do.
Technology.
I want you to roll stealth
tech.
first and then technology.
Stealth first and then technology.
Yep.
How wary of me is she? Damn.
No, no, not of you. There's other people in this waiting room.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Ooh.
Okay. Okay.
Now,
So roll the technology.
Yeah, so stealth bad. That was
Yep.
stealth because you said
Yep.
stealth
Yep.
first. Hold on 1 second. No, I don't. Okay. All right. Just making sure. All right. Technology is +2. Okay, that's an 18.
Okay. Yeah. You can do this no problem. Roll just a straight d20, kind of like a luck check for me.
Okay. See if this person's gonna rat on me.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. 18.
Okay. Yeah. The person that sees you and like watching you do all this is like a 7-year-old kid. Like it's a kid.
Like
It's kind
I like to imagine I notice him out of like the corner of my eye and like reach into my pocket and I'm like, oh, I don't have anything. Oh shit. Hey buddy. Just wave at him and then keep doing what I gotta do.
Yeah, he's like, it's like this kid is like sitting like diagonally, so like there's like another row of chairs like straight across from you. He'd be like straight across from you, and then like 2 chairs to the left, and then like his mom's like on her like compad filling all like this shit out, like not paying attention to him, and he's just like sat there like like looking around like kicking his feet, and he like sees you do that, and he's like, just like mouth agape almost, just. He's like trying to tug on his mom, and his mom's like, "Shut the fuck up! Get the fuck out of
here." Cool. Yeah. So I want to look at their records while I'm here.
You know, look at the records, like,
just
what are you?
I'm gonna look at who's donated the most to this hospital, potentially, like highest donations, and most expensive surgeries, like that have come through this hospital.
So for them, like almost all of the donations and like expensive surgeries have been like all the transactions come from like the military.
Okay. And then who would be like a civilian underneath that? Like, so if I like wrote some like just sorted so that it was like filtered rather, excluding military.
Almost all like the like civilian transactions or like like accounts below that are exponentially lower. Like it doesn't seem like there's like any big shots that like spend money or like have spent money here, like have any transaction history here at all. It is very much just like the highest you see are people that like have to come here regularly to live, to like pick up certain medicines or like get like a surgery like once or twice a month, or like anytime like a health condition gets bad. That's like the next highest thing. So like yeah, there's like an exponential gap between like the money that the military spends here and then like the regular civilians.
Okay.
And you look at like the top like civilian stuff, and it's like, yeah, it's like all like dying people, old people have like diseases or like health problems. Like it's not
So I am gonna go ahead and do that Google search through the hospital's Wi-Fi while I'm here.
You could, even since you've like jailbroken now, you could do it off like the hospital's compad if you want.
Right, that's what I was saying. Yeah, so I'm like I'm still have the hospital's compad, so it still looks like I'm filling out my form, but I'm just like actually just opening up multiple tabs and like have all of the different like names associated that I could find.
All right.
Man, this recon is tough. This recon business has been tough.
Yeah, I'd say like if you want, you could roll like another technology roll, but you really don't have to. Like this is like a pretty easy thing to do. You'd have to get like below a 5 to like fuck up this like technology roll.
Mm-hmm. I figured since I had the business one too, it would be kind of like a gimme, right? Because it's like I did the business roll earlier, so I know what I'm looking for, exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, you'd have to like really fuck up. It'd almost be like the hospital compad like times out almost. Like it realizes that like it's doing stuff it's not supposed to, and it just fucking like locks
you want me to go ahead and roll
out.
it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a 21.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Yeah. So the only like there's been like a couple names that you saw like attached to a few of them, but the only one name that stays across like all 5 like hotel chains like in the city is I had a cool name, but realizing now that that name is very much like it comes from something else, I didn't realize it. So I definitely have to like retrack after I was about to say it out loud.
Okay.
Um mm, mm, mm,
Larry Jones, bag
Larry,
of
no,
bones.
no, no, no.
Damn.
Uh, yeah. So the only name you see like kind of go across like all of them would be like Lewis Rayner would be like the name for it for this person.
Lewis Rayner. Okay.
Yep.
So finding that name, I want to search his medical history.
There's none. There is none in the system at all.
There'd be none.
Yeah, nothing comes up for his name in the system.
I would
Like
be able to
I guess
search the
I guess
whole.
I don't want to say nothing. That it would be like
Doctor
34
visit.
years ago, and it'd be his birth certificate. Like that's it.
Okay. Even though I could search the whole state, it just hasn't been put in.
Yep.
Okay. Damn, that is wild. That is wild. Wild level.
He's a
Wild.
powerful man.
Yeah, wild high level like crime person.
Oh yeah.
So Lewis Rayner is that. Do I think I could like? Do I think like they're gonna be on to me if I keep going, or do I have you think like a little bit more time?
They wouldn't be necessarily onto you, but they would be catching on to somebody. And they would know it's at the hospital at least.
So
So
what I'm gonna do is pull up. I'm gonna close all the tabs I have open now. I'm gonna
mhm.
pull up a like, like a gaming website, like one with like free mini games on it. I'm gonna hand it to the kid, and then I'm gonna stand up and walk out.
uh, there's not like any websites that like have free gaming stuff on there, but you could go to like the app store and like download like a free game and hand it to them.
Okay, yeah, do that then.
Mhm.
I'm sure the
Yeah.
internet, like the internet at the hospital is probably pretty wild. So I'll just do that really quick. Like find like a cheap Fortnite or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, it doesn't take long. Like as you're walking out the door, you could hear like the mom be like, "Who gave that to you?" Or like, "Where'd you get that?
Yeah.
Go get that back to the counter." Like,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, you just walk out of the hospital.
Yep. As like as unrushed as possible. Like just looking cool, calm, and collected. Just whistling my way out of the hospital.
Don't
Like,
whistle. Don't
I did
whistle.
nothing
Don't
wrong
you
here.
fucking dare whistle.
um. Cool. So I have a name at least. I've got a name. I'm gonna walk into one of the hotels that I know he owns, and ask for him by name. I guess it's the best I could do.
You think he's just gonna be there at like any one of his like probably like 30 plus like hotels?
Amen.
Like
Amen. I'm in the high end district. It's worth a shot, and maybe I can gain some more information. Cause
Roll
like
luck. See if he's there.
my
you walk up to like the front desk.
yeah. I mean, I guess I have no other. Like continuation. Like I didn't realize it'd be this powerful. To be honest with
They
you.
the front desk lady doesn't even like really recognize it. They're like, who? Like Mr. Who? Like
Mr. Rayner, he owns a hotel here. I have an appointment with him today.
he owns this hotel? No,
Yeah,
they
he owns like the five on the hotel, like the whole block. He owns like most of the block. Yeah.
no. Frederickson's the ones that owns the Charlemagne hotels.
Listen, I mean, I appreciate what you're doing here, right? I know you've got you've got guests here you got to attend to and all that. Why don't you just give me your supervisor? Let's do that.
My super, what did I do something wrong? I'm sorry.
No. I'm a rep, and so I come into hotels and do basically so like usually the owner comes in and we do a tour together and we talk about potential changes or potential things I can offer. But I could just talk to your supervisor about it if he wants to show me like a couple rooms or something like that. Nothing that you did wrong. But this
Oh,
happens a lot where I schedule an appointment with one person supposed to meet me, then they don't show up. It's not a great job, but
wait. All right. And they like they like pretty much like do like a quick ding or whatever, and like takes like a minute or so, and he's just like Susan, like this person comes out like Susan, this better be good. uh, and he's like, yeah, sir. This person said they're supposed to meet with you today. And he's like, I didn't have any meetings today.
it was supposed to be with somebody else actually. But I figured you'd probably do. What's your name, sir?
You said my supervisor. Uh, my name, Rodney.
Rodney. Nice to meet you. Pleasure to meet you. I stick out my hand to shake his hand.
Yeah, he's like, nice to meet you. What's this about a meeting?
Yeah, I'm a hotel rep. I come in through. I just went through the general last week, kind of like general population hotels, things like that. I make sure everything's up to standards, everything's up to code, things like that. Generally, obviously we don't give you a true reservation time to show up because then you would obviously prepare for us. So yeah, I just need you to show me around a couple of your rooms.
Got any sort of identification for that?
Yeah, back in my car, but I mean, it's in my car and that's parked on the east side. So took a train to get here. Traffic, not really good parking. So I don't have it on me if that's what you're wondering. Sorry, Rodney, are you giving me like you don't you get some issue with what's going on here? Or...
Yeah, a little bit.
Listen, your boss hired me, okay, to come in, review your hotels, things like that. She doesn't even know who it is, so I mean, I I'm looking for.
All
I was really looking for Mr. Rayner here, but here we are. So that's why you're confused. I get it.
Say that name.
What?
He leans closer to you. Don't say that name.
I mean, he told me to come in here and ask for him by name. I think I would know to say his name or not.
I know damn well that isn't true.
Why don't we go back to your office? Let's have a conversation.
Yeah, why don't we? And
Cool.
yeah, he like opens up like the sideboard of like the counter, or like the side door of the counter, and like pulls you behind, and like there's like a door, and it has like hallway kind of styled room that leads to like a few other doors, and then at the end of that there's a like another door with like a waiting room, and then attached to that waiting room is like his office.
Okay. Cool. So, yeah. So I follow him in there.
Right. So you mentioned that name. I know everything you said out there was complete and utter bullshit. So what are you trying to do here?
Can I have a seat? Is it alright if I sit down?
Yeah, sure. Sit down.
All right. Let me get comfortable. All right. So here's the thing, right? I need to talk to your boss.
You know, normally I'd assume you mean Fredrickson, but since you dropped
who I'm talking
yeah,
to, yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm new
It's not
to
really
town.
my boss. He just kind of owns this stuff. He like owns this stuff. He just, you know, hides his money in these companies. He doesn't come by or really visit these places.
So how do I get
I don't even know. I don't even know if he's on planet right now.
Listen. All right. I know there's some shady shit that you guys can do, right? Let's be honest here.
That you guys can do. I'm not a part of his business at all. This is, besides him being a part of it, this is actually an upstanding, upright, like, business, like hotel.
What I'm saying is you have a contact in your phone that you could call for me. And you could set up a meeting for me.
Not his number, no. Dear God, why would I have his number on my phone? I don't want to get killed.
I'm not saying him specifically, but a higher up in the organization.
The best I can do is I can get you Fredrickson, the guy who owns the Charlemagne Hotel Company chain. And then that's the farthest I can get you.
That's far enough.
And even then, pretty much all I can do is give you his number. That's about the best I can do, unless it's a very good day, you were lucky, and he was like already here doing inspections, anything like that.
Well, why don't you give him a call for me?
You want me to give him a call?
Yeah. Yeah, you give. Yeah, he's gonna respond much better to you calling him than me calling him. He doesn't even know me yet.
I have a family. I have a life I've built up. It took forever to be the manager of this hotel.
I blinked behind him with my gun drawn. Rodney, listen. This is a little above your pay grade, and I get that, right? I get that. And I know you have a family, and you have people you need to take care of, and people that you're responsible for, right? All I need you to do, Rodney, is give him a call and tell him to meet me on one of your empty room floors. Okay? Not a big deal.
Roll perception for me right now.
Perception?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If this guy makes a move, I'm busting his cap, dude. I'm busting a cap at him, dude. It's over for this guy. I'm not messing around. Perception. All right, it's just flat. 18.
Yeah. He's not like making a move yet, but like his hand's like slowly sliding to like.
Rodney, watch that hand, right? You just told me you had a family to think about. Do you think I'm meant to be in this suit, Rodney? I've lived a hard life, buddy. You don't stand a fucking chance. Give him a call. Not to mention you did just see me move from one part of the room to a different part without walking.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Let's think about that for a second.
All right,
now give him a call.
Am I allowed to move my hands?
Yeah, to get your phone out. But don't do anything else.
He like slowly reaches his hand in his pocket, like pulls out his phone, and then like opens up his contacts and like scrolls through it, and then like he gets to the like Fredrickson, like hits it and like gives it a call. He's like, "You want speakerphone or?"
Yeah, speaker's fine.
And he like puts on speakerphone and leaves it on the desk. Hello, Rodney. What are you calling me for right now? Better be an emergency. Yes, sir, it is. What should I say? What should I tell him?
I need him to meet me in one of your open rooms for a conversation.
Okay. All right. Yes, there seems to be some property damage in one of the rooms here at the hotel, and it would, it's above my pay grade to spend enough money to repair the room. I need you to come check it out and, uh, see what should be done about it. And he
So
kind of
GM for a second to
yeah.
player. I have level 4 in gambling.
Mhm.
Do I have a feeling that okay, so it says on level 2 that I have a gut feeling that tells you when the game is fixed, right? Was
Mhm.
that do I have a feeling that was like a code? Like that's code actually?
No, you don't think it's code. You think this guy is just fucking scared, doesn't know what the fuck to say. It is has no idea how to get his boss here because he's never had to do that before. So
Okay.
he's as far as Frederickson only ever comes here whenever he wants to, surprise inspections and stuff like that. He's never had to call him to come here before.
Okay.
Because there's very little in this hotel that he doesn't have power or management over, so it's very much just how am I supposed to get him here?
Right.
Audie, why would I need to show up? I could just send a realtor over or a anybody like that to come check out the room, give me a price gauge, send me the invoice, and we can get it all fixed up then. Why the hell do you think I need to show up to look at somebody trashing one of my rooms?
So
Give me a name, and I can get something figured out.
I reach over Rodney for a second with the gun still pointed on him and tap the mute button. Listen, you're terrible at this, first of all, right? And I almost want to shoot you just because you're so fucking bad at it. Okay, Rodney, I want you to know that now. Secondly, if you want him to be here, what celebrity does he like? What do you know about him? Tell him one of his favorite celebrities just checked in and didn't want to tell you. But your favorite celebrity's here, and they want to meet you.
I know. I got it.
And then I
Thanks for the
tap
notes.
I tap the unmute button.
It's there that expensive bottle of alcohol that you like has finally shown up in the bar. Would you like to pop the cork and have a glass tonight?
That sounded slightly sexual for some reason.
It did sound a little. That sounded a little weird.
He mutes it again. It was is that too weird? Was that?
That wasn't right. I don't know what that was, but that wasn't it. I don't think he's gonna show up. How much money does this guy have? Is he not? Does he not have the alcohol at his place? I don't.
Rodney, if you buy the hookers, I'll be there. And he
Oh my god, it worked.
He hangs up. He didn't give a room number or anything like that. All you know is he's gonna show up tonight. So.
God damn it, Rodney.
I'm sorry.
All right, listen. I wanted it to be secluded, but this is fine, right? Okay. You did good. You did good, buddy. Okay. Grab your phone up. Okay. Go to the bathroom. Splash some water on your face. All right. We're good. Okay. But if things end badly tonight, you're going to die, and I will kill your entire family.
Here all day until he shows up?
That is correct, Rodney. That is correct. And actually, I'm going to need your surveillance key. So I can watch the cameras in the lobby and at the night. Yeah.
Can I?
And I'm also going to need a room, Rodney. I can use a shower.
Can I open the top drawer of my desk real quick?
Why?
No.
My stomach medicine's in there. And I feel like I need some antacids right now.
Can I roll get a roll to read him? Can I read him?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I kind of believe him, but I don't want to fuck this up. Hold on. I have advantage, so this is my first roll. That's a 23.
Yeah, no, he's 100% telling the truth.
Okay. Yeah, Rodney could have some antacids. Jesus.
Like opens his
Christ.
drawers, like a huge like tub of them, and he pours 2 out, and then he looks at it, and he like pours another 2 out, and then closes the bottle and like.
All right. So you're almost through the thick of it. Now I just need a room that's empty, of course, and your security key. That's all I need from you. And I'll come back down to meet your
Here's the
boss.
security key. I'll just stay out of the office so you don't think I'm doing any funny business. I'm gonna head to the bathroom. Here's the key to my office. Yeah. Have fun. I guess I'm gonna go on lunch or something. I guess I don't.
All right, buddy. All right, you take it easy. I pat him on the
All
back
right.
and push him out of his own office.
All right. All right. So we could either keep going a bit and switch back to Austin, or we can stop here for tonight. Like I said, it's gonna be a bit shorter. I was hoping to get you guys back together this session, but if you're going to wait here at this hotel until night, there's a lot more Austin to be doing. I guess there are a lot more that could happen to Austin in between that time.
I'd say like at this moment, I'm probably running up the stairs.
Yeah, let's switch back. Let's just switch back. That's fine.